We met in February of 1994 when we were both apprentices at the Land Institute in Salina, Kansas, where Jeremy's wife was a staff person. And then we all ended up here.
And we've been farming neighbors several times, kind of randomly ended up in next door towns.
We were both in Concord. Well, I was in Concord and you were across the river in Sudbury for a little bit.
Yeah. And then I was farming in Belchertown at the New England Small Farm Institute, and Dave was at Brookfield Farm. And then had taken a break from farming and was doing carpentry for a while. And I was at the Small Farm Institute for about 7 years. Kind of, started out the business and gradually built up the farm business to the point where we had really outgrown the site there. And we were looking for farmland to try and farm together, and actually with another family as well.
For a couple of years,
yeah.
We looked at farms all over central and western Massachusetts.
And yeah, we were actually driving, myself and my wife were driving by on Pine Street, and there was Don Gallagher was one of the people who organized Saving This Farm, was pounding in a sign that said "Save This Farm." We pulled over, asked him if they wanted a farmer, and he said, "Yeah, sure, like write up a proposal." And we wrote up a proposal, and they said, the rest of the committee, the rest of the people working on it were a little more cautious than Don, and said, "Well, we haven't bought the land yet. Could you come back, in a couple months, when we've got it more figured out?" So then they had a request for proposals, and we put in a proposal. And yeah, we have a good. There's the plant and animal partnership, and there's also, I think Dave and my skills complement each other well. We've got, Dave's really good on the buildings, the infrastructure, and mechanical stuff, and I'm a little more about the business and the marketing and the vegetable farming too. Yeah, this barn was full of junk. The first year, it basically the barn was all full of junk, and it was dirty, and we had our CSA pickup was outside on the lawn there, and our wash station, and it was all muddy there because we're always use a lot of water to wash vegetables. We had our farmers market tents out there. We didn't have any kind of refrigeration, so there was like a little corner here where we had some pallets, and we'd wash the vegetables and we'd stack them up there.
At least they were in the shade.
They were in the shade. So, and then we'd open the door and bring stuff out to where we had the farmers market tents, and it was so gross in this barn that we'd try and open the door just a little bit so no one could see in here. We had our little, the whole farm was kind of this way, but the barn was almost emblematic of that we had little areas carved out where we kind of existed, and there was a lot of chaos everywhere. I'd say by the end of the second year, maybe we fully colonized the farm.
The initial colonization,
Yeah, so we're still kind of working up our system.
This is our fourth year here. Towards the end of the fourth season.
So this feels like the year, and we were hoping getting into it that it was going to be this way, but it is turning out to be the year when we've kind of got the basic systems down, and things are running well, and there's a lot of refinement to do, but we kind of know what we're doing to a certain extent anyway. There have been days when it felt like that. We would still do it because we want people to come out here and see what we're doing. It helps them appreciate what we're doing more. We get a lot of people saying, "Wow, that was really fun, but you do this every day? That's a lot of work," So I think that it helps that. It also just, I think people are disconnected from their food supply, and it's good for them to kind of know what's going on and how things are produced, and know what a carrot looks like when it's in the ground. So yeah, and also just even people coming through the farm, we like that too.
Yeah, this whole concept that Jared and I are opposed to and working on for years. That the farm as an agro-ecosystem. This is an artificial ecosystem, and all the parts about plant and animal and soil and sunlight interaction, that's all happening here, and it's part of a social system. we live here. We're conducting formal and informal exchanges with our neighbors, you know, all the time.
Social and economic.
Social and economic system, yeah.
It's really cool. It's all Dave's invention. I think he's seen other pictures of other people's, but these nest boxes are set up so that the eggs roll out, so you don't have to go in the house in order to get them. It's got like a mesh floor, so the manure drops right through. So there's not a lot of like cleaning out of the house. They're moving it every 3 days. It basically gets cut. It's been on this chunk, you know, this big patch of clover. It basically gets rotated around through, you know, every 3 days it gets moved. I think they're maybe on their second or third time around. And yeah, the chickens get lots of food out of the grass, or the clover as it is, as the case may be. They're also getting grain. So they're putting a lot of fertility down here, both with the clover fixing nitrogen and with the chickens pooping a lot. We'll till this in, and this is going to be great cropland next year.
We had an all-day soils workshop Sunday, which was great. And then I was supposed to bring pigs to market Monday morning. I had that appointment for a long time. And 2 of the pigs are for roasting for the Harvest Festival this weekend. And I kind of knew, but kind of forgotten. I was so concentrated on the soil workshop that Jeremy had trouble with the truck on Saturday. So Sunday I'm checking out what's at 5 o'clock, figuring out what's wrong with the truck, and figure out the truck with the fan belt. So I'm trying to fix that. And trying to get parts Monday morning. So I'm calling all around. I can't get the truck fixed. I'm desperate to get my pigs up there to get butchered. All this stuff. And finally I figure out that they can still butcher my pigs if I get them up there today. And I got another farmer, another former student of John's, Mark Cesario, who can bring them up there for me today. So in the meantime, by 5:30 last night I had our truck running, but I was still worried that it wouldn't run reliably. So Mark gets here to bring my pigs up for me this morning. We're halfway up there. They go up to Athol, and we stop to get fuel, and he goes to start his truck again, and it won't start. The starter's fried, so we're sitting in the gas station with my pigs in the trailer, and the starter on his truck fried, and we're running out of time to get them there, to get them killed on time, to get them back for the Harvest Festival when 1,000 people are going to be coming. There's promotional stuff all over town, and in many towns saying pork roast. And our truck, it's Ben. You want to call him, Susie? And so we're starting the gas station. Our truck is unreliable, so I call Jeremy on the cell phone, and he drives up there and gets me, and we transfer the pigs from one trailer to the other trailer in the parking lot, and we get up there in time, get back down here 10 or 15 minutes late to talk to you guys. And in the meantime, you know, we've got all the crew working here doing stuff, and fortunately it's late enough in the season that, you know, they're pretty much on autopilot, you know. They all have cell phones, so they have to check in about specific questions. Stuff always comes up, but you know, the day-to-day stuff runs just fine without us. My question is, who in the world would want to do anything else? I don't understand your question.
Yeah, there's been several times when I've gotten frustrated.
Yeah.
There have been several times when I've gotten frustrated and been like, you know, forget this, I want to do something else, and I can never really think of what else it would be. I mean, there's a lot of work and a lot of challenges, but the rewards are so, to me, like, it's really satisfying to have some tangible rewards to your work. You know, I at one point gone back to grad school and done academic stuff, and the rewards of producing pieces of paper or words on a computer screen are so much less than producing, you know, 10,000 pounds of tomatoes or potatoes or tomatoes or something, and seeing it and knowing that people are eating it and talking to the people who are all excited about it. And it's just really rewarding.